Detroit's most iconic landmark is about to be transformed forever. The Renaissance Center, with its towering skyscrapers that have defined Motor City's skyline since 1976, is getting a $1.6 billion makeover. Two of its massive towers will be demolished, replaced with a futuristic mixed-use space that promises to redefine downtown Detroit. But here's the catch. This bold vision isn't just about modernization. It's about survival in a world where office spaces are becoming outdated. Will this ambitious plan save Detroit's riverfront, or is it a risky gamble that could backfire spectacularly? Let's dive into the heart of this transformation. The Renaissance Center, or RenCen, represents the city's strength and industrial past. Dominating the Detroit River, this architectural wonder has served as the vibrant center of the Motor City, with General Motors as its primary tenant for many years. Nonetheless, recent events have caused tremors throughout the city and further afield. In a shocking revelation, General Motors announced its choice to leave the RenCen, a decision that has caused numerous people to speculate about the future of this iconic site. The announcement came with an ambitious $1.6 billion redevelopment plan that seeks to transform the RenCen into a contemporary mixed-use facility. GM aims to turn the area into a center of innovation, integrating office environments, housing units, and entertainment spots. Nonetheless, this bold initiative has a stipulation. The organization is aiming for significant public financing to turn this dream into reality. The proposal has sparked an intense discussion throughout Detroit. The supporters believe that the redevelopment could revitalize the RenCen and stimulate Detroit's ongoing recovery, whereas opponents have expressed significant worries regarding the expenditure of taxpayer funds for the partial demolition and reconstruction of a building with considerable historical and cultural importance. But before actually getting into the demolition and reconstruction stuff, let's go back in the past. The concept for the Renaissance Center emerged during a chaotic period for Detroit. In 1970, Henry Ford II, a giant in the automotive sector, conceived an ambitious goal aimed at revitalizing a city facing economic challenges and social decline. Ford viewed the RenCen as beyond merely a structure. It was intended to represent Detroit's resurgence, a statement that the Motor City remained a significant player. His vision received significant backing from Detroit's mayor during that period, establishing the RenCen as a partnership between corporate aspiration and community optimism. The construction of the RenCen started in the early 1970s with a starting budget of $500 million, a massive sum that is roughly $3.9 billion in today's terms. It was a huge endeavor, both regarding size and aspiration. Once the first phase was finished, the RenCen opened to the public on July 1, 1976, garnering attention as the biggest private project globally. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you like this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Imagine what we could accomplish if everyone subscribed. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, is it done? Great. Thank you so much. The development featured 5 radiant towers encased in 2 million square feet of glass, forming a modern skyline that represented Detroit's ambitions. Featuring 400,000 cubic yards of concrete in its foundation, the RenCen was equally a fortress and a modern marvel. At the center of the RenCen was the cylindrical Central Tower, an architectural treasure that housed the Detroit Plaza Hotel. Soaring over the Detroit River, this tower was recognized as the tallest all-hotel skyscraper globally during that period. The Summit, a rotating restaurant located at the top of the Central Tower, provided guests with a panoramic view of the city and its environment, enhancing the elegance of Detroit's skyline. The complex was not merely offices and hotels, it was a destination. Featuring high-end retail centers, gourmet dining experiences, and entertainment locations, The RenCen was built to attract visitors from all over the area. General Motors stepped in to give the RenCen a new chapter in 1996. GM further cemented RenCen's standing as a representation of Detroit's automotive history by purchasing the complex for its global headquarters. But the GM didn't just take over the space, they transformed it. By 2003, GM had put $500 million into a large-scale renovation initiative. The objective was evident: to update the RenCen and reintroduce it as an emblem of Detroit's strength and resurgence. The renovation brought modern, refined interiors, enhanced accessibility, and renovated public areas, ensuring the RenCen stayed a vital aspect of the city's landscape. At the center of the RenCen stands its central tower, a building that towers over the skyline with its remarkable 73 stories and a height of 727 feet. This architectural marvel is recognized as the tallest all-hotel skyscraper in the Western Hemisphere, a status that highlights its worldwide importance. Previously the site of the Detroit Plaza Hotel, the tower currently functions as the Detroit Marriott at the Renaissance Center, providing opulent lodging and stunning vistas of the city and the river. The central tower isn't just about height, it's also about design. Its round form and large glass front create a stunning focal point, effortlessly merging aesthetics and practicality. At the top, the tower showcases a distinctive aspect that differentiates it: the summit, a rotating restaurant that offers visitors stunning views, reflecting RenCen's dedication to luxury and creativity. Surrounding the central tower are 4 matching office towers, each standing 39 stories tall at a height of 522 feet. Collectively, they form a well-proportioned and coherent architectural group. With a total of 2.2 million square feet of office space, they have functioned as a center for business and trade, accommodating a blend of corporate tenants and GM offices throughout the years. The towers additionally provide 660,000 square feet of retail space, turning the RenCen into a vibrant urban hub. From small shops to restaurants, the retail zones offer a lively contrast to the office areas above, serving both guests and workers. In 1981, the RenCen grew with the inclusion of 2 21-story towers, reinforcing its reputation as a vibrant and developing complex. These towers, contributing 600,000 square feet of office and retail space, were subsequently acquired by General Motors in 2001, solidifying RenCen's position as a fundamental part of GM's worldwide operations. These extra towers emphasize the RenCen's adaptability, offering room for various purposes while preserving the architectural consistency of the complex. Their inclusion in the original design demonstrates the foresight of planners who imagined the RenCen as a dynamic, evolving entity capable of development and adaptability. A notable feature of the RenCen is the Winter Garden, a 5-story glass atrium that functions as an entrance to the riverfront. Featuring expansive glass walls and an open layout, the Winter Garden merges indoor and outdoor spaces, fostering a tranquil and inviting environment for guests. This architectural marvel offers direct entry to the Detroit Riverwalk, connecting the RenCen to one of the city's most cherished public areas. Whether basking in daylight or relishing the sparkling city lights after dark, the Winter Garden provides a distinct mix of peace and connection, making it a popular destination for locals and visitors alike. At present, the Renaissance Center is dealing with major issues as it contends with heightened competition from suburban office markets, attracting tenants away from the downtown area. The COVID-19 pandemic worsened this problem back then, significantly lowering office demand in Southeast Michigan. In 2025, Detroit's office vacancy rate is an astounding 25%, one of the highest nationwide. Foot traffic has continued to be low, with the daily employee count in the RenCen at just 20% of levels seen before the pandemic. Visitor numbers have also decreased, with 2023 foot traffic at merely 38.5% of pre-pandemic levels, underscoring the persistent challenges the complex encounters. GM's latest headquarters, the $1.4 billion Hudson's Detroit project, is a mixed-use complex constructed on the location of the old J.L. Hudson's flagship store. This 685-foot-tall skyscraper, poised to become Detroit's second highest structure, features a mid-rise component with retail spaces, office areas, residential units, and a hotel. GM will take the upper levels with a 15-year lease, while the ground floor will include a showroom for its cars. The move to Hudson's is driven by GM's need for modern office spaces that better suit its evolving workforce, focusing on collaboration and executive functions. Meanwhile, GM and Bedrock Detroit have unveiled plans to redevelop the RenCen, including demolishing 2 towers and adding residential and entertainment spaces, with construction expected to take several years. The future of the RenCen Center is undoubtedly uncertain, caught between its storied past and the evolving needs of Detroit. While General Motors remains committed to its revitalization, it's clear that significant changes are necessary to adapt the complex to a new era. The decision to redevelop or repurpose this iconic landmark will shape not only RenCen's legacy, but also Detroit's broader identity and ongoing revival efforts.